Hi guys, welcome to this week's Canon news. Today we got a few really interesting news stories to look through, so let's get straight on into them right now. Hi guys, so here we have the first news story from last week. So there's a couple of patents that have come through. Again, it seems like Canon's doing patents every week at the moment, but first set here is of the 20mm f1.4, the 24mm 1.4 and the 28mm 1.4, so very short, very fast prime lenses here. Got all the examples of focal lengths and everything, and the overall size and everything like that as well is on there. And there is also this one here, which is the fisheye lens with reduced distortion. So they're trying to work out obviously a patent for that on the RF mount, which is pretty good. I've never used one of those lenses before in my life, but it'd be interesting to see what they look like. There's 3, 4, 5 examples, ranging from a zoom 8mm to 16mm, and then a 16mm, 18mm. So loads of different versions. They've already started to paint in here to get the ball rolling, as it were, with those lenses. And this next story here is actually a fairly interesting one, because if it's true, it could be really good for the R7 Mark II, but it's also weird that Canon would potentially, for the first time ever, drop the megapixels of the camera, but to give you more other things. So there's an upcoming specification for a new camera coming out in 2025, which is a 24.1 megapixel aps-c camera. Now, the only thing, say, that could be around about that megapixels is they have the R7 Mark II or an R8 Mark II, which is definitely not going to come out next year. The R8's too new. Maybe they make an R9, maybe, and go a bit silly like that and add one in there, or maybe they make an R3. But the most logical of looking at these specs is, so the other specs are, it's got a Digit X processor with a Digit accelerator, supports up to 6K, 120 FPS 4K, a new body design, high speed continuous 30 frames a second, C-Log 2 and C-Log 3, full HDMI, and expected to be around $1,500 US. So that would put it purely in that zone of how much the R7 is. And we know the R7 Mark II is definitely coming this year. So to have a second aps-c camera around that sort of price point would be, say, really odd. I think they're going to rebody the R7, hopefully so it can fit a grip, and get rid of the really weird spinny wheel design at the back, which no other one of their cameras has. It works fine, it's just everything's just in a really weird location with that, and if you're going to make a grip, you can't really make a grip that has that big wheel on it. So hopefully this means they'll make the grip that's for the R5, R6 work on the R7 when it comes out, and this will be a new bodied R7 Mark II with lower megapixels, which I don't mind. 24 megapixels has been absolutely fine on my R3, 20 megapixels has been fine on my 1DX Mark II, and I've just done my review on the R6 Mark II, which is 24 megapixels as well, and absolutely fine with no problems at all. So let me know if you think this is going to be the specs of the R7 Mark II, or are Canon going to make a completely different new camera and try and fit it in this already very crowded sector of their market. This is not a Canon one, but something that could be very interesting for people who are taking the cameras out into inhospitable areas where you want to know you've got a reliable, almost bomb-proof card. Lexar has created an armored gold SD card with a stainless steel construction that is 37 times stronger than a typical SD card. And some of the photos they got here, they got it in submerged in water, and it does look like a very tough little card. Still incredibly quick as well. It's not as quick as some SD cards, but considering how this could be pretty much a bomb-proof card, you can still shoot at 6K with its rating. You've got a 210 megabytes per second write speed, so it's still not a slow card and will do everything you need to, but it makes me wonder how much these cards are going to cost. They're showing a 256 gig card as the sort of model for this, but how much would you be willing to pay for a pretty much indestructible SD card? So they were the main news stories I found this week on Canon items. So the R7 is probably the most interesting one there. Are they going to drop those megapixels down from 30 to 24? When it came out, I thought 30 was quite a lot for that camera anyway, but it'd be interesting to see if they do decide to do that. It would be, to my knowledge, the first time any company has brought out a newer model with less megapixels than the previous version. But we could see it could be something completely new on the horizon that we don't even know about, being a new bodied camera in that rumour. Because there wasn't too many news stories this week, I will ask you guys a direct question this week as well. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see more of. I'm trying to grow this channel, and obviously to grow that channel I need to be producing content that you guys want to see. So let me know down below what you want to look at, what you want me to get purchasing wise. In March I'll be going to the camera show and being on the booth with Canon to interview them about some of their new products that are there and are hopefully coming. I'm also going to be talking to Rode as well while I'm out there, and hopefully Sigma and a few other brands on top of that too. So if there's anything you'd like to see from the show as well, put in the comments there and I will try and get a video while I am there. So as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment and like, and I will catch you next week for more news.